We'll move on to the community governance review, and we've got Ellen here to speak to us about that. Ellen, are you speaking? You're on mute. Just getting Ellen's screen up. That's great. Thank you. So we can see your slide, but you're still on mute.
Apologies. So, good evening, everyone. I just wanted to give you a quick update on the community governance review. So, just a bit of a recap. The district council is obviously obliged to keep the governance arrangements for the whole of the district under review. And when we get parishes that no longer reflect those natural settlement patterns, that is one of the reasons why we did initiate a review. Hence what we've done for Northstowe, Longstanton, Oakington and Westwick. So obviously what we want to achieve at the end of the review is an arrangement which reflects the identities and interests of the community in those areas, is effective and convenient, and takes into account any existing arrangements. My screen not moving. Apologies, my screen seems to have been frozen, but hopefully you can still hear me. So as you probably know, due to COVID-19, we extended the second round consultation by 3 months. So it's concluded on the 15th of September. And this enabled us to run some drop-in events the end of August, beginning of September. We engaged with many of you. In total, we received 319 individual submissions, with 200 of these coming from Northstowe residents. So thank you very much for everyone who made a submission. And we also received submissions from Longstanton Parish Council, Oakington and Westwick Parish Council and Homes England. Of the individual submissions, 81% of responses opted for keeping Northstowe as one entity, which actually increased to 94% when just taking into account submissions from Northstowe residents. 17% of responses were for option C, and the remaining 2% did not select an option. Although there has been a high percentage of responses wanting to keep Northstowe as one entity, some responses did suggest alternative boundaries, but these will be disclosed fully in the report. It is also important to note that despite the high percentage of responses wanting to keep Northstowe as one entity, the outcome of the CGR is subject to the Civic Affairs Committee recommendation and the decision by full council. So what happens next? We're currently analysing the results and preparing a paper to take to Civic Affairs Committee on the 3rd of November. And following Civic Affairs Committee, their recommendation will then be taken to full council on 26th of November, where all 45 members will vote. This will enable us by February 2021, the South Cambridgeshire District Council to make a reorganisation order. So, should full council decide to create a new civil parish of Northstowe, it will be important that there's a degree of leadership to oversee the necessary tasks. So one of the first tasks which will be required will be to set precept. And the precept for the first year will need to be set by South Cambridgeshire District Council, as this will need to be set by February so that everything can be in place for April. Currently, Northstowe residents pay Longstanton Parish Council, so our finance colleagues will be working with Longstanton Parish Council to determine that precept, and the level of precept will be dependent on the services to be delivered by the parish or town council. It's also important to note that we'll need to recruit an interim parish clerk early on to enable the administrative and financial arrangements, such as setting up a bank account, arranging a parish council website, etc. And we will also be working closely with COPALP, Cambridgeshire and Peterborough Association of Local Council, to help us recruit a parish clerk. One of the elements which was consulted on in the CGR was when the new civil parish should take effect. And the earliest an election can take place is May 2021, alongside the county council and combined authority mayor elections, although the district council elections are the following year, May 2022. So should a full council decide that a new civil parish should take effect and agree elections to be held next year in May, we would provide some information and training in advance on what being a parish councillor entails to help you make a decision on whether you would like to stand for election. So following the results of Civil Affairs Committee and full council, do keep an eye on that if we're able to hold those sessions. Thank you very much for listening. I'll now just take any questions.
Thanks, Ellen. I don't think we have any actually so far. Actually, no, sorry, could you just repeat the percentages for the options? Did you give those?
Yes. So 81% of responses opted for keeping Northstowe as one entity. This increased to 94 when just taking into account Northstowe residents. 17% of responses were for option C.
Thank you very much. Okay, that's it, I think, for questions on that. Thank you very much.